Alright guys, I'm gonna try to publish these two news leaks in succession, and I'm gonna ask you guys which one you like better, so then I know if to do like the editing route or the straight record screen route. So the previous one or maybe next one, depending on when I upload these, is the edited based one, and this one is just the straight up record screen based one. So I might also film one depending on if any new leaks come out. So these are Flame of Destruction leaks. These cards are insane. Well, these look like jump promos. Let's just click the picture here. Nope, they're Flame of Destruction. They just look like jump promos. Okay. And they're Troymares and World Legacies. So I already talked about Ibli, or maybe not, depending on, again, when this is uploaded. It's a Mare card, and it's pretty good. And this archetype, it's a link-based archetype, and it's insane. Ibli also works with the World Chalice, Ib and Lee. There's also some new World Legacy cards. I actually haven't read those yet. I have read the Troymares, though. I've changed up my World Chalice deck for them. The Link 4 doesn't really work with it, so I'll just take that one out and add the Link 1. Yeah, there's some insane stuff here. Okay, so, yep, Troymare. This seems to be like part of World Legacy. I need to get caught up with the Brains anime. I'm on like episode 5 still. When I get there, maybe I'll get this a bit better. So, the first one, this is probably the best one here. In the context of World Chalice, it's probably the best one here, really, though. It's a link to Wind Fiend Link Effect monster, so it works with Ib because it's Wind Fiend. What's a Wind and what's a Fiend, right? 1300 attack. Arrows are proxy arrows, left and right, and it takes two monsters with different names, so they're all Skull Deeds, basically. They all take things with different names, but getting two things with different names isn't that hard. If it's Link Summon, you can discard a card and Seraphinite double summon effect to a zone it points to, but that one doesn't really matter. Now, it doesn't stack with Brilliant Fusion, so I'm sort of debating whether or not to play Brilliant Fusion and that thing, but I don't have the sprites yet, and Troymare Goblin, but I am, because Lazuli is so good. Like, you can just pitch something and Lazuli adds it back to your hand. So if you pitch Shine Ball and Lazuli, you get a free Shine Ball in your hand off Brilliant Fusion. You're plussing like crazy. And yeah, it doesn't stack, but it's fine. We also have Imduck in this deck, so we have 3 different double summons. It's kind of cloggy. It's not like Assault, it's a special summon. It's actually another normal summon. Keep that in mind when playing World Chalice. Otherwise, this is insane. It's like a replacement for Brilliant, but you still play Brilliant. You just play both. Or you just play this one. It's more generic. It's only extra deck, so no main deck investment, really. And if it was activated when it was co-linked, you draw a card. So it's like Card Trader. You're getting a new card back. You're not negging anymore. So yeah, I was playing this, and I might show the replay, actually. It was insane. You just, draw the cards back. You fix your hand like Skaldi. This is Skaldi 2.0 right here. And you get another normal summon. It's insane, man. You use the Hourglass, dude. It's so good. This thing is an insane utility, okay? Okay, so this is probably the best one. I mean, it's the replacement Seraphinite. How do you beat that? This is the going second card, This is just a good card. It's so good in World Chalice. Next Troymare is called Troymare Mermaid. This one is a water. They're all fiends. This is a Link 1, so this is a Link 1 I was talking about. Arrows are bottom, so pretty standard for a Link 1. And it needs a Troymare monster except Mermaid, so there's no other Link 1, so you're sort of negging yourself. You're not negging yourself in card advantage, but you're negging yourself in link value, I guess. And when it's link summoned, you can discard a card, special summon a Troymare from the deck, and if it were co-linked, you can draw a card. So you use this with Imduck, and then you do this. I haven't used this yet, but yeah, because I just found out about these. And then if it was co-linked, you draw the card back, get a free Troymare. You have this one right here. pretty sure that one's a normal summon effect. It's the only Troymare so far, but there's probably going to be more. It's a normal summon effect. Yeah, but it does have that floodgate thing. So right now it's not that good. It's going to get better, and it's already really good actually though. It's already good, but it's going to get even better. Okay, you get another card trader if it is co-linked. And you know, these are on summon effects. These are on summon. Well, this one isn't because basically these are effects that get used up. They're not like synchros where it's permanent. It's temporary. So you make it, it's Trish. And then you get rid of the Trish to make Crystal after you level E. It's kind of like that. So you use the card up. Okay, now I'm just going to get more value out of it. That's pretty good in my opinion. They require co-links to get a draw. So that's pretty cool. Co-links. World Chalice makes it easily. Next up, this one's probably the second best one. Troymare Griffin. It's a link 4. Light Fiend is the dark one is a light. And the light one's a dark. This makes sense, you know, this is a water, this is a window because I'm coloring, but then they just reverse it here because they're savages. So this is literally like a firewall dragon, 2500 attack. You got the cross arrows going on, 2+ monsters, same as firewall, except it's sort of like Scaldy. Yeah, same requirements as Scaldy, 2+ monsters with different names. Alright, you can only use its first effect once per turn. So first effect's a hard once per turn. Is that for all of them? I think it's for all of them. If it's link summon, you can discard a card and target a spell trap in your graveyard and set it to your field. But it can't activate this turn, so it's not that broke. And it can. And if this effect was activated when it was co-linked, you can draw a card. So this is sort of like a link up card. Well, it's link 4. There's no link 5s in the game yet. It's a link 4, but you can still link up to another link 4 with it. Make firewall after this with anything. And it's really strong in like every deck except World Chalice because we run a pathetic spell trap count in this deck. I sort of cut on it though to add Ibly, but yeah, the spell trap count isn't looking the best. Waterfront, you don't need to recycle that. You can't use it again. Brilliant Fusion, you can't use it again. E-Teleport, you can. Soul Charge, yeah, you can recycle Soul Charge, but you can't activate it. Same thing with these, you can't activate them again, so kind of weak in this deck, but it's sort of like Trap Tricks Rafflesia. You can use things like Solemns. So yeah, this is go first the deck, but you just don't play Solemns because the deck is so clogged with monsters. It's insane. There is that one Phantom Knight trap you play because there's no other traps, but I'm not playing it anymore. I might add it back later. Again, I just played 2 games with these against AI because don't want to play that deck against real people. It takes too long. People are gonna get annoyed. So you get the drawback. This is a really hyped card for like Solemn Strike, but currently it's not that good in World Chalice. We might be able to like innovate World Chalice with traps, and that's gonna be useful. I'm thinking about this with traps. You could use it with spells, but the power spells right now are like that grass looks greener. Soul Charge, you're gonna be dead if they hit you too hard. So and that's about it. And Regeki, and you know you want to use Regeki when you have it. You don't want to have to wait a turn, and you don't. Regeking twice is pretty broke though. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. It's like a link up card, and okay, so this is like usually it's this effect that's good, but this one, the second effect's really good. Special summon monsters that are not linked cannot activate their effects. Woot! So you use this with your Trigate Wizard just to lock them down more. So you Trigate here, right? And you put the firewall beside the Trigate. You put this thing beside the Trigate on the other side, blocking the opponent out. Your opponent doesn't get any zone because you use like Link Spider on the top. So you have a negate, a bounce, a floodgate. And then you have triple Solemn Judgment on Gamma Seal. They're basically dead at that point. So this is a good effect. This is Met and World Chalice might see good use of traps. Alright, this is sort of a long-term card, which works with World Chalice actually, because World Chalice has no long-term sustain, but again, no traps to use it with. Next up, Troymare Unicorn, Link 3 Dark Fiend effect. So the yellow thing's a dark. 2200, so Trigate stats. This is literally a Trigate, except it takes different names. I feel like they're running out of ideas for stats, just copy the old ones. First effect, same thing as the others. The first effect's a hard ones per turn. With Link Summon, you can discard a card and spin something to the deck, so Castell effect. And if it's Link, you draw a card. That's pretty good. So card trader, and you get to spend something. You're gonna probably get this co-link because it's a Link 3 and it's Trigate, so you don't want to make it on the extra monster zone. You're gonna make it a main monster zone. Like you're gonna have like Spider, Ib, and then make that thing. Make this thing Unicorn, and you get a Castell effect. And it's not like Castell where, oh no, now it's clogging my space. That's what Castell does. That's why Dire is sometimes better. Actually, like a decent amount of time, Dire is better nowadays. Castell's a better card, but Dire is actually better in a lot of situations. Now, you can link up with it because it's a Link 3. So instead of using Gaia Saber, you use this thing. Now, it does not point down, so it sucks when you just can make it. You have to discard too, but you're spinning something, you're not really losing anything. And while you control a co-link Troymare, so if you lose your co-links, it doesn't really matter. Draw cards on your draw phase equal to the amount of those monsters with different names. That's weird. That requires you to run multiple. Like, I haven't used that yet. That sounds interesting. But for now, we haven't come up with anything with that yet. I haven't, at least. Maybe someone else will. So it's like, why would you have this over Trigate? You can have negate and banish on your turn. So you have an infinity versus having 3 draws. Now 3 draws are better, but if they pop anything you have, you don't get the 3 draw anymore. It happens on your turn with Trigate. You just negate the first thing they do, or like the first thing that threatens you, you can negate their Regeki or whatever. This one doesn't quite have the utility that Trigate has. I wouldn't use its second effect over Trigate, but then you realize, oh wait, we're playing Gaia Saber in some of these builds. I can make this thing, spin something to the deck, and then just use it to make a firewall. That's really good. So this card is really good. The Troymare Unicorn is probably like the 3rd best, so like 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Moving on, we have 2 more. Phoenix. This one's a fire, so I guess they're all attributable in a way. Fire Fiend, Link Effect Monster, 1900, top and right, so I think these are double helix arrows. No, double helix goes down and left. It's like reverse double helix. 2 monsters with different names. It's a Link 2, 1900. I think I already said that. Hard ones per turn. If it's Link Summon, you can discard a card and then destroy a spell trap. So it's like an MST, and if it was co-linked, you get to draw a card. So it's pretty good. It's, again, a card you just link up with. That's all you do. And oh yeah, co-link monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. That's pretty decent too. But I wouldn't use it for that. I would use it for the pop a back row effect. It's only good going second. Kinda sucks. Well, a lot of cards are good going second. Like Dragon Buster is good going first. Like BLS is good going second because you attack twice or banish something, but this deck is like go first D deck. It's broke versus going second Spider. You just go first. Gamma Seal, triple negate. What you gonna do, boy? So it's kind of like, it's like that, but I don't know how to feel about it. You know what? This is sort of like a super agent. That's a Link 2. It's Link 2 super agent. Think about it like that. When you think about it like that, it's pretty good. But you need a co-link or else you're losing card because you're discarding something. But if you are co-linked, you're card tradering something. And you're popping a back row. So this is a good card. Not really in World Chalice, but in a different deck. yeah, this is really good along with this one. You know, spin something, pop something. It's like a miniature tornado dragon when it comes out. And then you use it to link up. Like, this is, in cases, better than proxy. You just have to use your left one, which is kind of weird because most of the time you want to use your right one. Kind of conflicting, these guys. So yeah, you use your left one. This is like a proxy, basically. It's a better proxy when you have different names. It's more specific but better. Sort of a theme here. Look at Summon Sorceress. Final Troymare. Troymare's Kerbex. I mean Cerberus. I call it Kerbex. It's a 1600 Earth. Okay, so this is an Earth. And it's top and left. So again, conflicting. Look at that, top, left again. So one was returned again. When it's linked summon, you can discard a card and target one of the special summon monster in your opponent's main monster zone. That's a mouthful. A special summon monster in your opponent. That's a bit conditional. You can't do extra deck zone stuff. Weird. People are gonna start putting stuff in the extra monster zone on purpose now. Yeah, so this is like Dire Wolf. When these are both like Dire Wolf. This one's for the back row, what you normally use with Dire Wolf, and this one's for the monster, the utility of Dire Wolf. Alright, also has less stats, but its second effect is better. Oh yeah, also draw. And when it's co-linked, monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. So I can see both of these co-linking each other, because it's not accepted self, it's in general. So these co-linked each other, and then you have the rest of your board. But when you co-link these things together, you're sort of locking yourself out. That sucks, man. I guess you put this on like your 5th zone if you just have a really good opening. You pop 2 things, and then you can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. Like you have your Tri-Gate board. But that would, no way, you don't have to. You put the Tri-Gate in the middle of these two. With the Tri-Gate in the middle, these two both link to it. And you have something on top. That's a total link rating of 4, 5, 8. So that's not that hard. So you have that going on. And it can't be destroyed by battle, by card effects. And you have a negate. And if you have like Firewall on top, you have a bounce. And you can have a Gamma Seal on top of that. Thinking about it like that, it's pretty good. You got to pop some things, so these are decent cards. They're not as good as the other ones, not as groundbreaking. This is probably the best one, the Goblin. This one's like utility with the rest of them. This is very good as a floodgate to end your board with. This thing's pretty cool. It's the thing you use to continue. Wait a second. Yo, it goes down. It's not a Tri-Gate. Okay, it's Gaia Saber then. This is way better than Gaia Saber. Never play Gaia Saber again, guys. We have this thing. It's all optional effects. Yeah, you get more draws if you can, but that's not the good effect. You can spin something. This is like Castell Gaia Saber. Nice. Okay. Now, these I haven't seen yet, so... Sebutsu Seizo. World Legacy World Spear. Which one is that? Okay, it's a level 8. Okay. A level 8 Dark Machine effect. So you use it with the new FA stuff. And you know there's that card that's now a tech card called Marshalling Field. Make them level 5. You make Infinity. I like Infinity too much. You can also make Infinity with World House. Level 8 Dark Machine effect. You just don't have the space. 3,000 attack, 0 defense. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Level 8 with 3,000 attack. Wait a second. I see some utility here. I see it. It's just dragons. I forgot it was dragons. Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll be too good as a searcher then. First and third effect are hard ones per turn. During damage calculation with 2 monsters, including a link monster, battling, you can discard a card. Opponent's monster loses 3,000 attack. This is like an honest for links. That's pretty good. I mean, this could be used offensively and defensively. They're losing 3,000, so it's basically like an honest. It's better than Neo Honest for heroes. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's an honest. And it does more than that. There's a hard once per turn, so you can't stack it. What's that big? Like, I was playing Spirals, and they did the whole, they used, it was earlier ban list on Dawn of the New Era version, and they machine duped the drone, and they did like double drone onto a super agent to get 7,900 attack, so that it won't work against that, but 3,000 attack is a significant amount, so this is like an honest for Lynx. That's all this is. And your opponent cannot target other World Legacy monsters for attack. Okay, so this is on the field, like these contradict each other, but no, that's pretty good. Yeah, this is a Harbinger right here, right? Except, you know, they don't have to read it. They're like, oh, I can't target them, I'm just not gonna attack. With Harbingers, like, I did not read that card, okay, I just rammed myself in, so that won't happen. But yeah, it's like a dupe frog, 3k body. They're probably not getting over it. They're gonna have a hard time doing that with Spirals. So basically they're locked out from attacking with anything weak. They have to get over this first. And if a monster is special summon from the extra deck, special summon a token to each side of the field in defense. That's interesting. Because, like, Decode, for example, which a lot of people are playing, well, they're probably not going to be playing it after these come out, but let's say they're still only playing Decode. They can't use it because it's a token. But your opponent can abuse this. I guess you just, like, attack all of them in your battle phase or whatever. You use those other cards that you can't normally use going first, in conjunction with this thing to get their effects off, removing the tokens you gave your opponent, and you get tokens. So let's say you generate 2 tokens with this. You summon off Firewall, it's the end of the play, and you manage to generate a couple tokens. You use your pre-existing link monsters to link higher, for example. Now using those 2 tokens, you link even higher, and it's much easier to get the triple link Trigate, because Triple Link Trigate, even in like World Chalice, it's not something you always get. That helps you get it off, and it's a hand trap. So it's like this is like an honest that also make tokens to make more plays and make Triple Link Trigate. That's really good. I don't know what to think about this. It's also a level eater target. This is a really freaking good card. Holy crap. Yeah, World Chalice is going to be a good deck. Is this a World Chalice itself? World Legacy. I don't know how the searches work with that. Yeah, they add World Chalices. They don't add World Legacy. Yeah, they all do World Chalice. Oh, this one adds World Legacy. So, World Legacy World Chalice works with World Chalice World Sphere. Never thought I'd say the word world that much in a sentence. World. Okay, so, yeah, that's synergy right there. You got this thing with that thing, that searches this, and then firewall it out. Only problem, you gotta firewall it out unless you double tribute, which you won't. So you gotta find a way to get this thing on board. These all also do World Chalice. So as a World Legacy, it has some of its own support, but it's a bit hard to bring out. It's really good when you can bring it out, especially when you can actually remove your opponent. If you can't, then you screwed yourself. Depending on what they're playing, so it might be a side deck card. But then again, you just have the honest effect. That's what you actually care about. World Legacy Inheritor, normal trap card. This is a really short effect. Target spell traps on the field up to the number of co-link monsters on the field. Destroy them. That's not that good. We have Heavy Storm Duster, and that's a really good card. Target 2. You not conduct battle phase, but you're using this on your opponent's turn, which is why I'm assuming you're doing a trap. Is way too slow, otherwise the traps are already slow. Wonder what the spell does. I guess it doesn't exist.
没有。
Cool beans, the spell doesn't exist. I guess we don't have that yet. We'll get it later.
挺好。
No, wait, this says resistance against the world legacy, but here it says world legacy inheritor. What? What? Okay, so I guess we don't have the spell. Okay.
没事。
And the trap. This is like heavy storm duster, but requires setup, but you can get more coaling, correct? Yeah, so you can possibly get 5, but a lot of the time your opponent doesn't have that many. Sure, it doesn't have the battle phase clause. Yeah, I guess you might have to use this on your turn, but no, you just do it as soon as they set them. And a lot of the time, like think zoo format, you have to deal with 2 back row a lot. You rarely deal with more than 2. Like sometimes you deal with 3 or 4, but that's kind of rare, and this requires setup. I feel like this is just a worse heavy storm duster. We're also getting that new giant Trunade card, aren't we? We're getting that card localized Trunade. This is in Extreme Force, so coming out a set earlier than this, and it's better than this as a spell. And you know the other trap one is it's heavy storm duster. And we also have Unending, which is an insane card on its own against Pendulums, which are going to be a really good deck coming up. So this might be one of the best decks, actually. It's better than Electromite by a long shot if you combine all of them. Well, Electromite's insane, but you can make Needle Fiber and win. So, I don't know how to think about this. This one's kind of like a more setup-y heavy storm duster. And the deck doesn't like playing traps because it's so cloggy. I don't know if I would play it. You could though, you could. The spell trap lineup for World Chalice kind of sucks, to be honest. It's not really about that life, it's about those monsters. It's about those 4 or 5 monsters you run. And the extra deck is pretty strong. I mean, yeah, so that's the discussion. So, in conclusion, all the Troymares are insane. Ibly is gonna be pretty good. This thing is insane. This thing is mad. So most of the things are insane. And as an ending note for the video, FA got another field spell. FAs are gonna be like a dark horse deck going forward. This is an Extreme Force. There's gonna be another one after this, and they might get something else in Flames of Destruction. We have Cybernetic. Like cybernetic, freaking, what do they call it? Overdrive? No, that's maybe Horizon. I think it's called like cybernetic Horizon. Coming up, these are machines. They might get more support. Like this is insane. Field spell. Increase levels of all FAs by 2 main phase and battle phase, cause all those standby phase, draw phase, and end phase cards to pop in. Am I right? Okay, so. That's good. That's like the other 2 combined. Your opponent cannot target FA monsters you control with card effects. If it's destroyed by a card effect, you can add an FA from your deck to your hand. It's an if, it's not a win, so it's not Gear Town. Except Grand Prix. That's really good. It's a search anything when popped by a card effect. And it's main phase and battle phase, and it's protection. This is like worse Resort, but you get that 2 increase because Resort is insane. Okay, you get it every turn, but here's the thing: the deck has multiple different field spells, and it has a field spell searcher in that Destrudo card. So this card is easily searchable. And let's just put it up on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro real quick. All right. This new card here is going to be, I haven't updated my FAs yet, it's going to be easily searchable. It's going to increase everything by 2 in all the phases, so you get the attack boost, and you get the Dark Claw. Pretty good, and it protects you, because remember, the Synchro, it's only destruction by battle or card effects that it protects from. It's like, wait, it's missing targeting. Well, the field spell has it, and these other field spells they all search things and stuff, and it's insane. Like this one does the same search effect as this, but it's only main phase. But like this one, when something is destroyed by battle, you can discard a random card from your opponent's hand. So basically, they can't do that. This one, if you destroy, so this is the offensive one. It's battle phase. Boom, you get to draw a card. So these 3 different field spells, that all 3 of them are easily searchable. So you get like all 3, you use them in different times and stuff. It's gonna be cool. We can need this deck. You know what this deck needs? It needs a quick play spell that says you can act this turn. You can activate field spells on your opponent's turn. Just boom, field spell on their turn. It's like a quick play. You chain it to their attack or something. Boom, insane. Target protection. This is like really good. Just tag out. It's like how UAs play, sort of. I mean, they're FAs, they're like UAs, so this card is insane. That protection is really good. So it's just like run all the field spells. Run all of the field spells. Maybe like run 2 of each instead of 3. This one's at 2 of. This one has to be a 3 of though, right? It's so good. What do you cut? We're only playing 2 scapegoats in this build. I don't know what you cut. I guess you play this at 2. And then you play that one at 3 because it's the best one. And these 2 at 2. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 field spells in the deck. And 3 terraforming. So you're playing 10 field spells. Terraforming is like a road up for this deck. You have so many field spells. It's like a field spell reliant deck. But you have 3 different field spells. And you have 2 different searchers for those field spells. You can probably play set rotation and get away with it. You just play a set rotation, no garnet field spell. You just give your opponent one of these. Oh, they can get rid of it. Whatever. It's like a terraforming. Let's play that. We don't need a garnet field spell because you have so many of them. 43 card deck. Why not? We're playing Desires, right? 2 loves with Desires. It's fine, you know, because you just get another one. They all work. They might not work perfectly, but they all work. This is gonna be a cool deck going forward. This is gonna be like a rogue deck that can sneak on your opponent. So, yeah, tell me what you think about this style of video. So, that's gonna be all for today, guys. Take care of you all. Goodbye.